Today we are taking a look at the brand new MagniLink Tab 2 from LVI. This is an all-in-one complete system that utilizes the power of the 8th generation Microsoft Surface Pro, along with an external camera and special magnification and OCR software. So hang on, we'll be right back and we'll talk about why this might be a good option for you. Hey guys, it's Sam with The Blind Life. Welcome back to the channel where I help you learn how to live your best blind life. On this channel, I make videos about living my best blind life and reviews on the latest and greatest assistive technology. So if that kind of content sounds good to you, please consider subscribing to the channel and turn on notifications so you'll be alerted every time I put out a new video. In this video, we'll talk a little bit about the hardware and design. That's also going to include the differences between the 8th generation Surface Pro and the 7th generation Surface Pro. Then I'll demonstrate the MagniLink Tab in action. One thing I definitely want to focus on for this video is the external camera and how helpful this guy can be. And then finally at the end, we'll talk about pricing and availability. Yes, we will be talking about pricing, so stay around for that. So as I said in the intro, the MagniLink Tab 2 is a complete system. It leverages the power of the 8th generation Microsoft Surface Pro, along with specialized software that includes magnification, distance viewing, and OCR text-to-speech, among a ton of other things. The benefit of using a well-established, powerful computer as the main hardware, you get all the functionality that comes with that. Anything you can do with a Windows computer, you can do with this system. Whether that's connecting it to external devices like monitors and printers, gaming, watching movies, listening to music, all the connectivity that comes with a full-blown Windows PC, you can do with this because it is a full-blown Windows PC. In this video, I'm going to talk about some of the highlights of the updated version of this device. If you would like to learn more about the MagniLink Tab in general, I'll include a link to the video that I did on the predecessor, the MagniLink Tab number 1. That will be in the description down below or popping out on the screen right now. The main difference you might notice is the larger screen. The 8th generation Surface Pro has a 13-inch screen, while the 7th generation has a 12-inch. So having a larger screen means everything on the screen will be a little bit bigger. Not only that, but this has an improved sound system, and it also has 2 USB Type-C and Thunderbolt ports, which means faster data transfer and improved performance. The MagniLink Tab folds down to a very compact package, easy to carry around and travel with. It even comes with a carrying bag that has a shoulder strap. So if you're going to need a complete system for school or work or travel, this is a great option for that. With the MagniLink Tab, you also get a wireless Bluetooth keyboard. You have 2 options available. The default keyboard is this inverted white letters on a black background, but you can also choose the black letters on a yellow background. Both of these keyboards are made by Logic Keyboards, which I'm a huge fan of Logic Keyboards. In fact, I recently did a whole video talking about their line of accessible keyboards. The Microsoft Surface Pro has 2 cameras, a front-facing and a rear-facing camera. And they work really well, very high quality cameras, but they're still small cameras. But LVI also includes this external camera, and this is what they really recommend you use for all of your magnification, distance viewing, OCR scanning, all of that. This camera is a full HD camera and has 10 times optical zoom. So you get your computer, the stand, the camera, and the keyboard. Like I said, a complete system. All right, so that's just some hardware differences between the MagniLink Tab number 1 and this device, the MagniLink Tab number 2. There's a few more things to talk about regarding hardware, mainly under the hood hardware, but we will talk about that a little later when we talk about pricing. All right, let's do a quick demo of the MagniLink Tab software. We'll focus mainly on the magnification and OCR software, both using this external camera. Okay, we've got our Bluetooth keyboard here and we are on the Windows desktop. As I said before, this is a fully functional Windows PC running Windows 10, but it can be updated to Windows 11 without any problems. The magnification OCR software is fully supported with Windows 11. Because this is a Windows computer, it fully supports all the different Windows applications. If you wanted to put zoom text on this, if you wanted to put JAWS on this, if you wanted to put Netflix, Hulu, Chrome, anything, play games, it's fully supported. Okay, but let's get into the MagniLink software for magnification and OCR. So I have my document down here on the table. Because we can connect a Bluetooth keyboard and because this is a touchscreen, we have several different options for controlling the device. You can do it strictly by the keyboard using keyboard commands, but we can also do touch gestures to control things as well. And I personally prefer that. It's more hands-on, I think. So for example, if I wanted to zoom in, I could just pinch to zoom, pinch out to zoom in, pinch in to zoom out. We do have these on-screen controls down here at the bottom, and so I can zoom in this way and zoom out as well. I can also brighten or darken the image by doing two fingers sliding horizontally. If I do a two-finger vertical swipe, that's how we can cycle through all of our different colors. And we have quite a selection of colors here. There's reds and greens and yellows. Two-finger tap to go back to full color. Okay, I want to do a quick demonstration of the OCR text-to-speech. Once again, this is going to be a great option for your distance camera, especially with that 10 times optical zoom. One thing to note though, you always want to make sure your lens is closed. The lens should be open for distance viewing and closed for desktop viewing. I've got a book here and I want to OCR this first page. So I just want to make sure I'm zoomed all the way out and I can see my text there. Well, I can't see it because it's zoomed all the way out, but I can tell it's on the screen. And I could use the on-screen controls, but I'm gonna get rid of those and I'm just gonna do the easy way. I love the easy way. Press and hold one finger, takes the picture and starts reading.
Ideas using scrapbook materials, what fabulous gift.
And starts to read it out for me. Now, there's several ways you can view the text as it's being read. And one thing you'll also notice is there's a highlight. That's really awesome. But we have on-screen keys here to play and pause, media controls keys. We also have the keys to adjust all of the parameters of this. But once again, I love using the gestures. So I can quickly cycle through the different ways to view the text by using 4 fingers. So one word at a time here.
Gives it is almost like putting money in the...
Swiping again shows me my image and puts the text at the bottom. Swiping again, that was one word at a time. Now we have a sentence and it follows along that sentence.
TNNK. No longer do you need to...
Swiping again makes it full page. And then swiping again fills up the screen with the text like a paragraph. And what's really cool is I can interact with it. If this is too big or not big enough, I can zoom in just like before, setting the size whatever I want. Also, I can change the color. Once again, same gesture, 2-finger swipe down, changes the color, cycles through all those different colors. And I can find the one that works the best for me. We'll stay on the green. And I can play and listen to it.
Presents to your friends.
I can also increase or decrease the speed of the voice. I can increase the volume, decrease the volume, all with gestures. I can also save this as a document and then send it out however I want to. Email, put it into a Word document, share it through a document sharing service like Dropbox or Google Drive, whatever. Another benefit of using this external camera, aside from the higher quality and the optical zoom, is the ability to adjust its position. The cameras that are built into the Surface Pro, you can't adjust them, they're fixed. But this one, we can rotate it, I can point it at myself if I wanted to. Drop that open. Hey, I don't have the best light on me right here, but you can see me. Zoom in if I needed to see myself a little bit clearer. I can also rotate it out if I wanted to see something in the distance. This comes in super handy in classrooms. No matter where the student is sitting in the classroom, they'll be able to zoom in up on the board, the smart board, the teacher. Oh, and I wanted to show you something else really cool you can do with the external camera, switching back and forth. I'm going to rotate this over here and point it towards me. Need to open up the lens here. So for distance viewing, you always open up that lens. Now I want to record this. So I'm going to bring up my controls here, double tapping on the screen. And then we have a button over here that has a camera on it. I'm going to tap that. We get a little sub menu pop up. And we have some options on here like freeze framing, that sort of thing. But I am interested in recording a video. So I'm going to tap this one here. Now we get a little red indicator up here in the right-hand corner letting us know that we are recording. So let's get rid of our controls again. All right, we are recording this clip, recording myself. But because this has multiple cameras, I can put my document down here and once again, 4-finger swiping, shoot down here to my other camera. So I am still recording. We've still got our little indicator up here in the right-hand corner. Recording from the distance camera, but I'm viewing my document down here. And I can always jump right back to my recording. So this is going to be great for students if they're in the lecture hall and they're recording the teacher up there giving the lecture, but they still need to follow along with the work while they're recording. They can do that. The little lightning bolt up here means I'm almost out of battery. That's why I have it plugged up while I'm using it. Another new feature on this version of the MagniLink Tab is the ability to rotate your screen. And it's super easy, just uses 2 fingers. First, let's get rid of our on-screen controls here just by double tapping with 1 finger. Now I can rotate with 2 fingers and rotate this screen around. And we can go all the way around. There's also a keyboard command that will do this. Something else you can do with these different cameras is you can also put a split screen on here. Because this is also a fully working PC, you have access to all of those applications, including some note-taking apps like Microsoft Word or even just the basic notepad. So one thing we can do is if I take 5 fingers and I touch the screen here, that will minimize this window, and if I grab the edge of the window, I can move it around and I can actually pin it over to this side, and now I have access to the desktop here. So I could open up one of those note-taking apps and I could have the information here. I could zoom in so I could see the information better, and then I could be copying down that information into one of those note-taking apps or maybe writing an email based on this information. And then if I want to get back into this full screen, 5 fingers, release, and we're back full screen. The last thing I want to show you, really, really cool, is filling out forms, paper forms, on the MagniLink Tab. If you can imagine, you go to the doctors and they give you a form. You're like, what am I supposed to do with this? Well, we can scan the form with the camera and then fill out all the information right on the screen. Super easy. We're going to bring up our controls again. And that same button that we used to record earlier, whoops, we're going to bring up that sub menu, and this very last option shows a document with a pencil or a pen icon. That's the editing icon. So I'm just going to touch that with 2 fingers. We have some controls up here at the top. These are different editing controls. And here we have our image. It is stuck on there now. We don't need the paper anymore because we're going to be editing on the image. If I want to zoom in, I can, just to get a better look at my document here. Now, some of these controls up here might be a little small. Very easy. I can grab this here and drag down, and that's going to make them larger. But now I can go through and edit all my information. I have pen tool here. If I tap on the pen tool, it drops down. I can pick which color. I can adjust the size of the stroke. So like some of these boxes here, it's like, yes, I want that one. Give a little check. If I want to highlight something, I've got a highlighter here, and same thing, I can choose the color and the size of the highlight stroke. So if there's some important information that I wanted to highlight here, I could just slide right across and highlight it. I even have a text box here. I can choose the text and the color and the size and all of that, the type of text. And now if I tap, the virtual keyboard pops up so I can enter in text that way, or I can use the Bluetooth keyboard that came with the system and fill out all the information that I need to. And then finally, if I need to sign a document, blah, 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 sign, good to go. I could drag over here and then I've got my saving options here. I could save this as a document and then email it to the doctors or whomever I need to. I could even send this to a printer and print out the completed form. Really, really cool, really helpful. This is a brand new feature with the MagniLink Tab 2. And then when I'm all done, tap the arrow to go back and we are back to live view. Remember, if you would like to see more about the MagniLink Tab in general, including how to connect it to a giant external monitor, check out my previous video on the MagniLink Tab. I'll have a link in the video description or popping out on the video card up above. Okay guys, so that was a look at the brand new MagniLink Tab 2 running the latest generation Surface Pro computer. So let's talk about pricing. I mentioned before that you've got some hardware variations that you could choose from, and that's mostly under the hood. The type of processor, whether it's an Intel i5, an Intel i7, how much RAM you have, all of that. But the prices range from about $4,400 to about $5,800. I believe there's even cheaper options if you already have your Surface Pro and you just need the stand and the camera. If you're interested and you have any questions, you can contact Kimberly at 702-468-6611 or send her an email, Kimberly.Cline at LVIamerica.com. And don't worry, I'll have all that information linked in the description down below. A big thank you to LVI for providing this unit for me to make this video. If you have any questions about this or anything, please let me know in the comments down below. I'll do my best to help out. If you liked this video and found it helpful, then consider helping out the channel by liking the video. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you'll be alerted every time I put out a new video. Thanks again for watching, guys. Sam with The Blind Life. I'll see you next time.